I think this is the first time I've worn the emo coat with the black shirt. Hmm. Oh, buddy, welcome back to the channel. You saw the title and thumbnail. Here are my predictions for Rebirth. It's gonna be like very minimal editing because I just can't be asked to do so. So, I have 5 as mentioned in the title and maybe thumbnail. I don't know. I don't even know what the thumbnail is gonna look like right now. As of recording this, I have no idea whether or not this will be before or after Rebirth's release. All I know is film isn't even out yet. It's like the last day of June. And yeah, none of these are like heavily plot relevant. Just like some predictions I have for the film. So let's get into it. Number 5. An action sequence featuring herbivores. I just rewatched The Lost World in preparation for Rebirth. By the way, I think that like watching Godzilla 2014 and The Lost World Jurassic Park are like 2 films you should watch before Rebirth. 2014 for Gareth Edwards' directing style and The Lost World, because they keep saying like, oh, it harkens back to the original. Just say The Lost World. Like, I feel like Lost World is going to be the most similar to Rebirth. But yeah, the Stegosaurus scene in The Lost World is like the last time we see herbivores being aggressive in the entire franchise. And for those of you, and yes, I know there's stuff like in Camp Cretaceous and Chaos Theory, but I'm talking about like mainline films. And the theory doesn't count because that's a theropod, and most general audiences see theropod and immediately think carnivore. At least I think that's what most general audiences think. So yeah, and like rumors of Diabloceratops appearing, that would be great. Really wish it would be Triceratops though, which has literally never done anything in this franchise. But like you have the Titanosaurs. What's the point of giving them like diplodocid? There we go, diplodocid type tails. Fuck, I can't speak today. What's the point of giving them Diplodocus-like tails if they're not going to use them like a whip? So, yeah, I'm really hoping we get at least one action sequence. And, like, the Lost World Stego didn't even, like, last that long. Like, 2 swings, then they move on. I just really want to see herbivores actually doing something so we can finally get rid of this stereotype that herbivores are harmless. Next up, mainland dinosaurs. Okay, what back when the plot was like revealed, it said that 5 years after Dominion, the Earth's global habitats have proven too hostile for dinosaurs, even though they lived in similar things all across. But no, they can only live in tropical regions. Like, dinosaurs have never existed in the snow or in a desert or, like, in a plain forest, you know? They only live in jungles. Totally. I have a feeling that's not correct. Like, the dinosaurs on the mainland are still thriving. Only reason they're going to this island is because there is a guaranteed shot of hitting biggest Asdarchid, biggest Titanosaur, and biggest marine reptile currently alive. Because no one's cloned Hatzegopteryx, Argentinosaur, Shonisaur, etc. So yeah, I really, really hope they didn't actually kill off all the dinosaurs. Because that just kills so much future story potential. And my glasses are fogging up great. Whatever. Number 3, the final battle. I think it's pretty obvious what's going to happen. D-Rex is going to come in, a Spino will show up, it gets absolutely wrecked. Duncan remembers that they got attacked by 4 Spinosaurs, so he lures it out to a swampy area, and then 3 Spinosaurs take out the D-Rex. They literally posted a video where, like, it's just like 2 grown men playing with toys, based, but in that video it shows 1 Spino versus the D-Rex, and 1 Spino is not enough. And I'm 100% sure at least 1 Spino will die. So there's that. So yeah, D-Rex comes in, Spino shows up, D-Rex kills Spino, Duncan leads it to the other Spinos, and then they will take it down. Also, side note, I saw someone saying that, like, that's not possible, 3 Spinos would never be able to take down a D-Rex, even though we don't know what a D-Rex could do yet. And then I refuted by saying something along the lines of, like, so you're telling me 3 crocodiles couldn't take down a bear? Then he said, the topic is dinosaurs, sir. Do you know what a fucking analogy is? Honestly, I don't know what I was expecting from a TikTok user. Number 2, the Raptors. I've often joked about the Raptors having less screen time than Hedorah in Final Wars. They haven't made that comparison before. Yeah, the Raptors apparently aren't going to have that big of a role, but then just use, like, Delta's design, or Charlie's, or Blue's, or whatever. Why would you go out of your way to make a new design if it's only going to show up for, like, 5 seconds in the background? That doesn't make any sense. So what I think will happen is the Raptors will be stalking them. Mutadon takes down a Raptor. Some Raptors show up at the gas station. Mutadon flies down, scares them off. And then you get that whole Mutadon sequence at the gas station. Should have been done with Carnos, but... And then you hear that... Well, I'm not going to try and imitate it, but like that calling for help from JP3. You're going to hear that. Fans are going to recognize that. New audiences won't, so that'll be kind of fun. And then Raptors will jump the Mutadons. And the Mutadons will either fly off, or get killed, or maybe the D-Rex scares them off. Who knows? Oh, before, honorable mention. I've mentioned this before. People think Megalodon will appear in Jurassic World Rebirth. That's literally because, like, when the first trailer came out, people saw that shot of the Mosa, they saw the tail fluke, and decided, oh my god, that's a Megalodon! But, that's a Mosasaur. And then they started saying stuff like, oh my god, Mosasaur has, like, shark DNA, which, huh? Like, there's another theory that it has some Spino DNA in it, which, sure, fine, it would explain the symbiotic relationship, kind of. But, no. The Mosa, well, I mean, you guys are on YouTube, not TikTok, so, But, I'm just gonna confirm. Where'd it go? Wait, hang on. Okay, so Collect Day is like the most affordable, scientifically accurate models you can get, and this is like their Mosasaur. I would pull up the bigger one, but I've lost it over the years. And what's that? Is that a tail fluke? Huh? Wouldn't you know it? Mosasaur's IRL. Oh my god. Mosasaurs in real life had a tail fluke. Helps them swim better. That's why literally every aquatic creature has it. Aside from semi-aquatics. So yeah, if a Megalodon does appear in Rebirth, I will be surprised. Because that would be a franchise first. They've never done anything that isn't a prehistoric reptile. They haven't even touched the Cenozoics. Like, at least in the Paleozoic, you have Lystrosaurus, Dimetrodon, etc. Actually, there is no etc. That's it. But yeah, we've never touched the Cenozoics aside from Camp Cretaceous and the mobile games. And I think the first film had Smilodon plushies in it. So yeah. And lastly is the fate of Duncan Kincaid and Martin Krebs, who for some reason in my trailer reaction I said looked like Leonardo DiCaprio, despite there being literally no similarities. So, oh fuck, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh yeah, David Koepp has gone on a record saying that there is not a version of this film where everyone gets out alive. And I'm pretty sure that implies that one of our main trio is going to die, being Jonathan Bailey as Henry Loomis, Mahershala Ali as Duncan Kincaid, and Scarlett Johansson as Zora Bennett. I'm pretty sure at least one of those 3 is going to die. At least I think that's what David was implying. I don't know. He could have also been talking about Martin, who we basically all know is going to be the twist villain, essentially. But even if he is, who says he's dead? Jurassic has always had this thing where the villain always has to die for some reason. I don't know. They just do. It's so stupid. Like, animals really don't care. And like, Zara died, and then there was that whole debacle. But it wasn't because she was a woman, and it wasn't because she didn't deserve it. It's because the death scene was like 3 minutes long. Huh? Why? I wouldn't even wish that upon any of the villains. So yeah, that's... And then they established that sort of like, no good guys died. So stupid. But yeah, I'm thinking when Duncan leads the D-Rex towards the Spinos, or maybe he leads it to a gas station and blows it up. Both of those are equally as likely to me. Apparently there's a rumor going around that there isn't gonna be a final battle and that the D-Rex survives, but I don't buy it. There's always a big fight at the end. You know why? Sells tickets. That's why there's always a big fight at the end. But yeah, I'm pretty sure there will be a big fight at the end between D-Rex and Spinos. Maybe we'll chuck in a Rex too, because why not? Fuck, it's getting really hard to breathe. But yeah, I think Duncan will die leading the D-Rex away to the Spinosaurs. And Martin, I think, will make it out of this film alive. And yeah, we do see that thing where, like, the car's coming up and the D-Rex stomps on it. That doesn't guarantee his death, though. We don't know how far away he is from the others. Hell, we don't even know if he's going to be the villain. Everyone just agrees upon it because he's the big pharma guy. And, yeah. That's basically it for my predictions for Rebirth. I have no idea when this is going to come out. Either before or after it's released. But, yeah. That's all about it. See you next time.